Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashemi Hawashai, Bahashem Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, or the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen, but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and this video is about the prophecies of Yahweh Shemishai, including the famine, the pestilence, and whatever else the Spirit allows me to bring out. So, another bird flu update, right? Because this is the main thing regarding a pestilence that has been developing worldwide, right? The narrative for it has not stopped, and it continues. And we are actually literally feeling the effects of the bird flu situation where there are egg shortages that are occurring. So, I've been keeping up with it all year, right? Because I really noticed like at the end of last year that they started to really push like the whole quademic situation and the whole bird flu situation. Now, we've been told by the World Health Organization that another pandemic is coming. It is not about if one is coming, it is about when it's coming. And they've stated that it can happen as soon as even tomorrow or several years down the line. But they've stated that there is a pandemic that is going to come. And also other people like the other individuals of Esau's, what do I call it? Esau's cabinet. Let's call it that. Esau's cabinet. They have come out and they have spoken about this as well. Okay. So the devil, who is a so-called white man who are currently in rulership, they let us know. And that's when I said Esau. Esau is the so-called white man. They are the biblical Edomites, and this is their kingdom. All right. This is the kingdom of the wicked. And the kingdom of the wicked is going to fall by way of severe judgment from Yahweh Shemishai. America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. But before that, the world is going to experience chaos, a time of distress like never before, and famine and pestilence and the sword. Great judgment from Yahweh Shemishai. So we do know, based off of the scriptures, that there is a pestilence to come. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 5, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world of sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So the world is wicked because the people that are in rulership are the wicked, and then the people take on to the ways of those in power, right? As the scriptures say, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted, and the vilest men are exalted, who are the Edomites. People look onto them because they are in the position of power, and then they follow and take onto their ways, which is wickedness. So the entire world is wicked, and the only light in the world are those that believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, starting with his men, his prophets, the 144,000 that is declaring this word day in, day out, and are set as watchmen to watch the current events consistently, and to relate it to Bible prophecy, and to warn the rest of those that do believe, which would be those of the elect of the nation of Israel, as only salvation is for the Israelites only. All right. So regarding Jamaica, haven't really heard much about Jamaica now. We have experienced the ramifications of the bird flu out here in Jamaica because we are experiencing egg shortages. Literally, right? You go to certain places, you can't find any eggs. Also, if you go to some places, there are restrictions on the eggs. And it has been reported by the Jamaican government via, the news media, that there are egg shortages or whatever else. And I think I know that I saw something that they're saying that, the eggs are going to recuperate by like November or something. But the situation at hand is this. Regarding the bird flu itself, haven't heard much about it regarding Jamaica. The narrative has mostly been in America, and then from America, now we're learning about it where they're saying that it is starting to hit other places. Like, for example, I took notice of it, but I didn't report on it 3 days ago. The Jamaica Gleaner reported Mexico and Chile and Uruguay halt poultry imports from Brazil after bird flu outbreak, which I said, okay, so they're continuing the narrative as to it spreading from country to country, right? So now you have these countries that have halted poultry imports because Brazil is apparently experiencing a bird flu outbreak now. And there are other places as well. If you Google it, there are other places that they've spoken about. Okay. But Jamaica now is reporting on it. Okay. And it has stated that the government is going to adopt bird flu safeguards for poultry sector. Okay. So let's read a little bit on this. I haven't actually read much of the article, just the beginning, but it says the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, through its Veterinary Services Division, has taken an exclusionary approach to safeguard the poultry sector against the threat of the avian influenza, commonly known as bird flu. According to Portfolio Minister Floyd Green, the highly contagious virus is often transmitted by migratory birds and can be introduced to poultry farms through contaminated feed, equipment, clothing, or improperly declared imports. He added that the virus has a high mortality rate and can cause economic devastation to farmers and ultimately trade restrictions. This could prove more devastating to Jamaica, where poultry is the largest source of animal protein and supports the livelihood of thousands of people, with backyard farmers accounting for 40% of the country's total production. Consequently, the ministry has taken measures to ensure that not a single case of bird flu enters Jamaica. So, it's the same thing. It's the same kind of playbook of sorts, right? With the previous quote unquote pandemic that happened in 2020. That was the narrative that they were selling us, even though y'all already know what it is. No need to go into it. It's been several years. Y'all know what it is. But it's the same kind of thing playing out, right? And Jamaica is trying to put measures to ensure that not a single case of bird flu enters Jamaica. I'm sure, and I can say this confidently, but if it doesn't happen, I'll accept it. But I feel confident to say that I'm sure soon in the near future, there's going to be a report about bird flu hitting Jamaica. As just a few weeks ago, there was a report that bird flu hit one of the other Caribbean islands. Okay. This approach of prevention is more cost-effective, humane, and far more sustainable than trying to contain an outbreak after the fact. Okay, so they're putting in these measures because apparently the bird flu is a threat. That's what they're saying. That it's a threat, and they don't want that threat to come to Jamaica, which feeds into the narrative of it overall, right? Because obviously it's logical that one would want to, if there is a situation going on that can ravage the poultry and the livestock, that you would naturally take measures to prevent it. But the situation is there's a broader picture at hand to look at. And the broader picture is that, one, Yahweh Shemishai said that there's pestilence coming, so there's pestilence coming and plague. All right. Two, there are going to be narratives that are going to be built regarding these things. Okay? So this narrative of the bird flu is continuously being built, and they're not pumping the brakes on it any which way at all. What you need to know about bird flu. So now this one from the Jamaica Information Service 1 day ago. All right, now they're putting it out there to the public. That's what the Jamaican Information Service is. It's like an announcement of sorts to the public, to let the public know of a situation at hand. All right, what's this? Okay. Agriculture Ministry announces proactive measures to prevent bird flu entering the country. So they are suspecting that bird flu may hit the country soon, which is interesting because the bird flu situation has been going on, the narrative has been going on for several months now. But now it is that they're just taking preventative measures regarding the situation, especially since that we ourselves have been experiencing a bird egg shortage, and imports of poultry have been lessened. Okay? So we know what it is, man. Right? Other than Jamaica, because I'm sure that bird flu gonna hit these shores soon. Same song and dance from the devil. The deadly H5N1 bird flu has jumped species in Antarctica. It's getting closer to pandemic potential. All right, and just the other day, I reported on the bird flu where they were saying that the virologists were saying something like we're close to a pandemic. All right, so all of the signs are there, but it starts with the process of Yahweh Shemishai. Okay, in Ezekiel 7 and 14, 15, it says, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. That he that is in this field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. So it's coming, man. And many times in the scriptures, when the Lord mentions pestilence, the Lord also mentions famine. All right? It's like it goes hand in hand, because look at the situation with the bird flu. It's not that they're saying that it's affecting multiple people and people are perishing from it, though people have been infected by it. According to their reports, people have been affected by it, and there has been a fatal case. So they have already put it out there that people can die from the bird flu. But really, the narrative that they've been pushing mostly is that it's affecting the livestock, it's affecting the poultry, it's affecting the cows. It can be transmitted from animal to animal. It can be transmitted onto people. It can be in, they even said it's in the cat food. So the narrative that they've shown to me is that they're saying that everything and anything can contain the virus of sorts or be affected by the virus. Okay, it's all about them building up the narrative so that when they put it out there and they speed it up, then everything would have been set in place, right? This is just how the devil works, and it's the same thing that he did before, right? We experienced that a few years ago. Okay, now one thing about the pestilence and the famine is that a famine can come about in a few major different ways. One, war, which we're seeing with the whole Palestinians and the Gaza situation. They're now experiencing a famine. And I do believe that, if not really sure, but I know Sudan has experienced famine, and I'm not entirely sure if it's due to some kind of war conflict of sorts. But war can bring it about. Pestilence can bring about famine. And you see, with the whole bird flu thing, you can see that what they're doing is that they are using it to attack the livestock, right? It's affecting the poultry, stuff like that. And I mean, it said it in the article, right? It said it in the article itself that the chicken is one of the largest consumption in Jamaica, right? One of the largest food sources. Okay, so there's that. And what's the other one? Oh, right. Economic devastation. Right, economic devastation. So war, pestilence, economic devastation can bring about famine. Okay, so I mean, there's not much else to say on it, man. I mean, it's just something that keeps on building up. And even when you look at these other articles here, trade bans in Brazil due to the bird flu, spike in avian flu in cats. Okay, so these are like 1 week ago, whatever else. But yeah, man, don't be surprised if the bird flu were to hit Jamaica very soon, and the pestilence is surely to come. All right, and according to the scriptures, Yahushua said that before he comes, that we're going to be seeing pestilence, famine, and earthquakes in diverse places. So it's only a matter of time, man. And the thing about it is, even the veracity, I'll use that word, the veracity of the situation that they said was happening in 2020, we all know about that. But the thing is, the day is going to come where Yahweh Shemishai is going to bring a pestilence so devastating, a plague so devastating to the world, that there will be no questions about it. You see what I'm saying? That people are truly going to be falling by the hundreds due to it. And this time is coming very soon. As the scriptures say, to measure the time, right? Measure the time Be circumspect because the days are evil, and to measure the time diligently, to observe the times that we're in. And we're very clearly in the time in Matthew 24, verse 6 going on down, where it talks about rumors of wars and stuff like that. All right, we're hearing about, once again, the state of Israel, the Israelis, who appear to be so bloodthirsty, wanting to attack Iran. So we'll see how those developments go, but the mark of the beast prophecy, which is a microchip, all eyes on that, man. That's the main prophecy, because the salvation and the destruction cannot occur until it occurs. All right, so just another update regarding the bird flu. There will be more to come, or any other pestilence of sorts that may come up. But this is just what it is right now. With that, all praises, glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashemi Hashai, Bahashemi Kakodesh, Shalom.